Dad.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, Dad.
Dad, Dad. Hey, Dad, did you see that?
Hi, Dad.
Hey, Dad?
Daddy-o! What's up?
Dad. Dad.
The number one dad.
Hey guys, welcome back to Hey Dad. I am Mango here with Joel,
What up?
Chris.
Hey guys.
We got the whole gang here.
You said it like there was like 15 people. Joel, Chris. I was waiting for you to introduce somebody. Do we have a special guest?
We have Craig recording.
Yes.
Good. Now recording.
He is here as well. If you guys are returning, thank you. We appreciate it. If you're new,
Welcome back.
We are still finding our way, and we're happy you're here along for the ride. Today on dock, we have Nato in town, downtown Dayton in Ohio. That's near us,
Woohoo!
and there's a lot going on down there.
We're
Also,
famous.
does time move too fast when you become a parent? I'm sure we all have different perspectives on that, and we will get into it. Chris, how have you been?
Good. I today was my official start back to work day, and I found out I have 7 more days
praise
off.
Jesus.
that
Praise Jesus.
Oh,
He's
let him
back to work.
finish.
What do you
Let
mean?
him
How do
finish.
you have 7? Okay.
Let him finish.
was about it. I got another week off work. Kind of my MO here at this job. My first, I think, I've been there 7 years, and it was my 5th year there before I actually worked a full 12 months. So just kind of how I roll.
Why?
You got a
Well,
whole another week off.
Why did
I
you
was
get another
still-
week?
Because I was still on leave. So when I finally got on my iPad to check my work emails, I see that they emailed me like last month asking if I plan to return on time, but I'm on, leave. I'm not checking my work emails. So, but I was getting it ready. I'm like, okay, tomorrow's the big day. I'm going back. So then I check them and they're like, hey, by the way, just double checking. This was like a couple of days ago. They're like, are you still planning on coming back? I'm like, oh, hey, just now seeing this email. Yes, I am. I'm coming back. 22nd. Here we go. And then so they're like, all right, well, keep an eye out from the instructors or whatever. They'll get you scheduled to go back and get.
Now, did they
your...
email you back immediately once you responded? Because that's what adults do.
Yeah, I was impressed. I'm like, whoa, you guys got back in like 30 minutes or less. It was like
job,
dominoes.
buddy. You're supposed to check your job email even if you're on vacation.
Well, it was like 6 or 7 o'clock at night, so I figured everybody had gone home for the day. So anyhow, they did email back, and they're like, "Hey, good to hear. Like, look for an email." And then like 45 minutes later, the scheduling department emailed me and said, "Hey, we got you scheduled to go back to the Sims on the 27th." And so I go back for like an hour on the 27th, and I come home for the 28th, have the day off because I don't want to start in too rough. Don't want to jump in too deep.
Where do you have to go on the 27th? You have to fly where?
I have to drive over to our headquarters in Indy, and I just do my currency landings and my warm up on the Sims. It's been 3 months since I've been in the airplane, so they let me play around in the simulator and kind of get acquainted and familiar with it. And I come home, take a day off because I worked so hard on that one, 20-minute session. And then I go back on the 29th, which is my birthday, and then I do all my emergency procedures and make sure I know how to handle the airplane and know what to do if things go wrong. And I get my sign off that I'm good to go. And then it's the end of the month, and then so I probably won't go to work until the beginning of June. Yeah, good times. Yeah, it's crazy.
So I went in. Will works for ATC, my brother-in-law. And he got me when I was still working for the airport. They gave me clearance to go to work with him one day.
That's cool.
Yeah, well, we were on vacation, and he goes, "Hey, I got a surprise for you. They said you could go to work with me." And I went, "Oh, cool. That's awesome." So
I was wondering what suicide felt like.
pretty much. So I get in there, and it's like, it is very intense. Don't get me wrong, because they have, I think it's the second largest airspace that Dallas controls. It's a lot. And we get in there, and he works like 25, 30 minutes, and he gets like a 2-hour break. And I'm like, well, how the hell does that work? Like, what do you mean? He goes, oh yeah, you work so-and-so time, and then you get these long breaks. They had place like a game room where they could go out and do a game room. They had a 9-hole frisbee golf course by their thing. Like, they had a whole kitchen thing you could go cook. Like, there was so much stuff. Like, I would get that job just to have a break.
It's stressful, man. We
It's
learn
like
about
being
that
a
a little
pilot.
bit.
You go
Yeah,
work on
right.
a sim for 3 hours, and then you get 6 months off.
Hell yeah. Yeah, no, we learn about their job and training and stuff, and I do not want to have that job.
I tell you what, it's kind of insane because you don't just have commercial traffic, you have local traffic too, and it's a whole lot. I mean, they're
Yeah.
pushing people, and hey, you got to watch this. Your ceiling is yada yada yada. It's pretty interesting job.
Yeah.
It was really cool to see it because you walk in and it's just like every movie you've ever seen. It's like really dark with a big ass, Target screen on it.
All
And
green and stuff.
yeah, it's wicked.
I went and checked a few of those out when I was doing my aero survey stuff. It was like interesting, but yeah, definitely not something I want to do. They were like, "Hey, come work for us," but dude, the cutoff, you can't be over 30 or 31 years old before you start there. Like you have to be like in your 20s to start.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, man, I
And then
just got
you're only
started
allowed to
flying.
work till you're 52?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
then
And I don't,
kick your
but
ass out.
yep, sweet.
Well, I'm
Cool.
glad
What are you
I'm
up to?
getting the pool ready for the non-opening that we're gonna have in this
Great
what are
weather.
we on? The 8th
I think
winter or
I
something?
think your pool will be ready about the time I go back to work, which
Oh,
is
it
like never.
probably will. No joke. So we
Dude, it's
got the
crazy how
new
cold it's been.
Oh my god, I know. We got the new heater and we have the new heater and I had it working, but then the gas guy had an issue with the pressure on it, so I had to call the gas company and he said, "Oh, it's not a big issue. They'll just adjust their regulator." I'm like, "Okay, great." They got out there and they're like, "We don't have a regulator on the pipe. You have to regulate it yourself." We don't have any regulators. So they shut the gas off completely to the whole pool
Oh,
and wouldn't turn it on until I had regulators installed.
damn.
So they had to come out and install regulators. And then they
Yeah,
turned
that
it
makes
on.
sense.
They turn it on and they're like, "You have a gas leak. We can't turn the gas on." And I'm like, "You got to be shitting me." So then they tested it to where they found out that the gas leak was in the building so they could turn the gas on. And he was like, "Don't turn your appliances on." And I went, "Yeah,
Jeez.
okay." So, I mean, they're off right now because it smells like gas horribly in there. There's a small leak, but it's always smelled like gas, so that's why I never really said anything. But
Damn.
getting the pool ready. Hope we're not gonna open. Our pool has it has to be 70 degrees or higher for us to open.
Oh, the
Good
temperature.
luck.
Yeah, the outside temperature has to be 70 degrees. So
I think
Yeah,
we've
um,
only
then
had like a couple 70-degree days.
it's
well, but
hitting
you
the
got to think about
80s.
the high is going to be like 73. So it's going to hit 70 degrees at by like what 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
that's crazy how
So
cold it's been.
I know, dude.
I haven't
Eighth
even
winter,
gotten
eighth
the
winter in Ohio.
I haven't gotten the boat ready or anything. So I'm like, why?
Why
Water's
would
Yeah.
gonna
you?
be
Yeah.
cold.
Your boat
I was
doesn't
like,
have your boat doesn't have ice skates on it, does it?
Yeah, I don't think so. Not that I know of.
Freaking cold.
I was
I still have my heater
waiting on spring weather to like do a lot of outside projects on my
to go back to work.
indefinite leave. Yeah, and then now it's like here I'm at the end and it's still 60 degrees. I'm like, what the hell? Like it never came. I mean, I got a few things done when we had a little short spurt
Right.
of good weather.
I know. And the rain, man. It's been so piss poor. I was listening to 10 minutes in an hour the other day, and Mango, you and I were literally just talking about this. There was like 14 days of rain.
That's
And
funny.
I think we're on like 30 days of rain right now. It's ridiculous, man.
Yeah, Trisha was gone all last week in Missouri, and I was like, I'm gonna get so much stuff done. I'm gonna work on my garage, get it cleared out. I'm gonna get my bike fixed. I love riding my bike, and it just rained all week, and I was like, why? I don't even need to get the bike ready. It's either
Yeah.
raining or it's 40 outside.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the bike with Molly's seat? The trailer?
Yeah, I still need to buy one. I haven't bought one yet, again because it's been cold,
Yeah.
and I just
Those
keep
things
putting
are
it off.
awesome. I had one for the kids.
Did you?
Yeah.
I was looking at reviews for them because when I ride my bike, it's to
Fun
go
jumps and
long
stuff.
distance. It used to be.
So you need to
It's to
get
go long
shocks.
distance. So I usually do long distance. I try to beat my time every time I go out. or my distance, one of the two.
Right.
So I needed one of those trailers for the kid. Apparently, you don't want to use plastic wheel ones. You want to use
Oh, yeah.
metal
Yeah, no.
wheels.
Yeah, you want the ones that are bike tires.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've been
Yeah,
looking
but
at those.
she's way too. She won't be able to ride in one of those for like a couple years.
Oh,
No,
no.
you
I
can
had
put them in
River in
there.
his at like 9 months. As long as I
In
can
the
Yeah.
sit up
little
on the run.
trailer
Yeah.
pull behind.
Yeah, they have like inserts that you put in there.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, but like all the ones I see, most of them like the max is like 15 miles an hour or so, and I'm like,
How fast you're on your fucking bike?
pretty fast, dude. I love,
Well,
dude. I love
I
riding
don't
my
think
bike.
they're.
Like,
I don't think they're invented to go do a triathlon with your baby.
well, I mean, dude, some of those things are like $900. I'm like,
Hell,
that's
yeah,
probably the
shocks
one
and
I need.
everything.
Yeah, they're expensive.
That's crazy. I was looking around like 150 max,
Yeah.
and even that's like
Shit, you could
kind
probably
of,
find one for free.
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
they
I
are.
thought so
After I
too,
bought one.
but no. And again, I was talking to Trisha before Molly
Oh,
got here.
don't consult your wife on this.
Well, me not thinking about shit, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna definitely get one of those. And I was like, you know what? Chris has one. He's probably not gonna use it anymore. I'll just get his. And she's like, isn't he also having a kid? I said, shit, he is. He's gonna
Damn,
use it.
both of you.
So my dumbass totally forgot, like, I don't know, at least 5 times that Chris was having a kid. Another one.
That's all right. I did too. Apparently, it doesn't
So,
stick when it's a surprise. When you're
yeah.
planning on it, you remember it, but then, oh shit, you're pregnant, aren't you? Sweet, I don't have to pull out.
So that's what
I
I've
don't have to
pretty much been
pull
up
out.
to. So yeah, I've
Total shape.
been wanting to get the bike out and everything because, dude, I could ride my bike forever. And I think it probably comes from riding BMX as a kid, just always on the
So,
bike.
so Wesley, I finally taught my kids how to ride their bikes. Yeah.
What?
All
Finally?
right.
Oh yeah,
8
dude.
years later.
Listen, it sounds terrible, right?
It is terrible.
No, not really, because we have done so much every year, all year long, that we just haven't had time to try to learn how to do it.
Wait, are you
Like,
talking about just this year?
no, it was last year.
You have one kid that's like
No,
12.
no. Actually, I think it was like the winter. Yeah, it was like no, I started. It was last year. I taught them how to do it last year, and then we like really perfected it so far.
You
But
have a kid that's 12 and doesn't know how to ride a bike?
100%, dude. I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's shocking, yes, but it's like they could swim in the ocean. They can do gymnastics, flips, they play football, they do like they can do all these things, and we just didn't find the time to teach them how to ride a bike.
Then you put them on a bike and they're like, oh,
Oh yeah,
topple it
no joke.
over.
Yeah,
Got
So
like
no
they,
2000.
balance.
yeah, like it was bad. And then like I taught Charlie a few years ago, like when we were living before we bought the house, so like 3-4 years ago. Like I put her on the bike and she could ride the bike, but we didn't really like have time to go anywhere to try to ride a bike or the sidewalk or trying to do anything like that. And then we bought this house, and this house doesn't have a sidewalk, so our neighborhood doesn't have sidewalks on my side. So it's like they just have the driveway, and who wants to try to learn how to ride a bike in the driveway? And Wesley kind of got interested because his friends were, starting to ride bikes. And then Riley, one day, she had her training wheels. Like Riley never even really rode the bike with training wheels. She came to me, she goes, "Dad, take my training wheels off." I went, "Yep, we're done. Let's go." So
Got it.
yeah, they finally learned to ride. So Wesley has been riding his like a madman, and we live right here by the Rob Deerdick skate park.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh,
And
nice.
yeah, and you can take bikes over there. You can do bikes, skateboards, rollerblades, fruit booters.
Scooters.
Fruit booters, scooters.
Fruit booter.
Um,
I wonder if that term gets used anymore.
I don't know.
Fruit booter.
If not, I'm gonna hashtag fruit booter.
You're going to get Wesley in trouble at school again?
Yeah, right. No, school's out. Today was the last day. We're done.
Oh, whoop, whoop.
Yeah, today was
Damn.
summer break. So he goes over to the skate park, right? And he comes back with a bloody ass knee. And he's like, Dad, my bike just turned on its own. I went down the stairs and crashed. And I'm like,
Turned
you're
on
not
its
supposed to go down the stairs on your bike. Like, what are you doing, man? But I told him I'm gonna go get a 20-inch. I was looking them up the other night. I'm gonna go get one. We're gonna go back at it, baby. We're going.
Those are expensive.
No, who cares how expensive they are?
No,
Remember how
I'm
much
just saying
fun we used to have?
I'm just saying it's crazy, like how much bikes are now. I went to go
Yeah,
buy a new bike, and I was like, I'll just keep my Trek for a while.
the BMX bikes are like a. Remember how when we would buy a bike at like $250, you got everything. You got double walled rims. You got a 3-piece crank,
Yeah.
threadless stem. Like you
Well,
had
I will
everything,
say
right?
my last BMX bike I got in junior high, and my dad spent almost $900 on it. It was
Oh,
an
really?
expensive bike. Yeah, it
Damn,
was an
what was it?
expensive bike. It was trying to
Was it
remember what it was.
Was it a GT?
No,
I
I had a
was it
GT. That was my first
was
one.
it was it a Mosh? I feel like you had a Mosh. I feel like
No, it
you're
wasn't that. If you said it, I know it was all blacked out. It was
so
Mongoose.
Mo-
no, not Mongoose. Those
Oh,
cheap ass
Chris,
bikes.
buddy. We didn't
Uh,
buy our bikes at Walmart.
it came with dog tags.
Oh,
Fuck.
standard
No,
or We the People?
yeah, not we the people. Man, it's gonna bother me. We'll figure it
Yeah,
out
we'll
later.
figure it out. Anyway,
I got G sticks out to me, but G or C.
there was Haro. There, let's see, G. I don't know what a G would be.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
GT is the only thing I can think of, but
yeah. That was my very first BMX bike was the GT. I still have it. It's in my garage hanging. I want to go get it redone.
isn't it your GT?
If anybody's listening that
Yeah.
knows, that could chime in. Send us. We'll see it next week.
All right, let's get into these topics. We'll come back to riding bikes.
Oh.
I'm sure you'll think of it right in the middle of whatever the fuck we're talking about.
Right?
I want to hit on the NATO first thing because that's kind of interesting. I don't know a whole lot about what's going on. I know a lot of fencing, a lot of money,
Yeah.
pissing a
I
lot of
don't
people off with driving.
driving and the way that they have the security. Oh, okay. Well, here let's start here. Okay, so NATO is in Dayton because they're doing the preliminary spring meeting, and it's the first time that it's been back in the United States since 2003. And basically,
Bush, what?
they what? Oh, yeah, right. They chose Dayton because 30 years ago on this date, they signed the NATO treaty to end the Bosnian War at Right Pat.
Damn. Oh wow.
So they wanted on the 30th anniversary to do the preliminary NATO spring meeting in Dayton just to kind of honor that.
Nice little fun fact. I didn't know that.
Right.
That's cool.
So
Yeah.
that's why it's here.
You were like
wondered.
25 when that happened, right, Joel?
I swear to God. 26. Anyway, so the reason everybody was getting mad is because the big security measures, the fencing and stuff for the routes for them to take for where I don't know exactly where they're staying. It blocks off a lot of the bars and restaurants on its path. So it's
Damn,
like
Oregon District or other ones?
no, it's other ones. It's like outside. It looks like it goes by Riverscape.
Oh yeah.
Near that area. I haven't looked it up. I saw some of the fencing and I saw one of the buildings in the back, but it goes by Riverscape. But it's 300 delegates, and they're like, all the people around them are like, well, we're blocked off. We can't serve anybody. We can't get any public because we're inside the security measures. And they're like, well, we hope they bring their families and stuff. I'm like, they're not bringing any. There's 300 people. Like that's it. That's all you're getting. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of
they're,
neat.
they're supposed to have access to all those restaurants and stuff, though, right?
Yes,
So
they
that's
are
the
because it's
point.
inside. Yeah, It's
Yeah,
inside the
okay.
security measures. Now, it's 300 delegates, so I'm sure there's I'm sure there are entourages. So it's probably
There's probably
a
some.
few thousand people
Yeah.
because they have secretaries, they have chiefs of staffs, they have press
Yeah.
secretaries, they have, all the stuff that they are supposed to have.
Hey, I don't mean to
Um,
interrupt you, but look at Chris. He looks like he's just jerking off. Just
I know, dude. He's just all laid back, like
I
with
got
was
his
his.
phone out. Like
I was trying to get up to speed on this NATO thing.
you could just listen to Joel. He's literally talking about it.
I could. All
I
right,
mean,
let's go.
I was, yeah, I was talking about it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I hurt your feelings?
No, not mine.
Sounds so bummed. Like, I mean,
Um.
it was just me. I was just over here talking about it. It's no
Anyway,
big
I
deal.
lost my train of thought because you were really.
Way to go, Mango.
It wasn't
Uh,
me. You're the one looking like you're cranking it with your phone out. You're the
I was.
distracting one
I wasn't
with
even
your
moving.
with your city lights behind you. Like,
Yeah.
That's the problem is you were sitting there and you're staring at your phone and I believe there was a little drool coming out of your mouth. So we weren't sure.
All right. Well, now you know.
No, you're good.
go ahead,
Yeah.
continue.
So that that's the big thing about that's the big downside to what I've heard about NATO being in town is that things are in the security area and they're worried about, business effect.
I heard like Vance was going to show up, and there was like speculation that Trump would be there, but it wasn't confirmed. So it sounds like the VP is going to show up. Like that's, I don't know, confirmed. Whoever, I forget who I heard that from, but like that's like a known or whatever. But the unknown is if Trump's going to show up, and that's which I guess there's like other country leaders that are going to be here with NATO.
I'd imagine
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
that's why everything's so blocked off. It's like heads of states, presidents, kings,
Jeez.
queens.
I
People are part of NATO.
Yeah.
If I was to guess, I don't think Trump would come.
You don't think so?
No.
I'm gonna drive by the Dayton airport, see if there's any like special looking airplanes sitting around.
Like,
Well, we know it's not because you're going to go to work.
you already know how stressful it is when a president comes to any city, any town. Like,
Yeah.
it costs so much money. You've already put all this money in just what you're doing right now. You're going to have to
Yeah.
do even more if Trump comes in,
Yeah,
like, on top of what you did.
and
You don't
some
think
of
it?
the political shows that have presidents that follow the presidents, like they really do a really good job on breaking down what a president can actually do. Like, I used to love the show, Madam Secretary. Did you guys ever watch that? It
I
has
heard of it.
Tia Leone, number one, Tia Leone. But so
Oh,
yeah. Anyway, yeah, my age, I like it. She became president, and as she became president, she would try to like go do things, and she would try to eat things, and like people would be like, "That's not approved. That's not on your approved diet list. Like you're not even allowed. Like they're not even allowed to eat those things because they have to stay as healthy as possible because they're the commander in chief. So there's just like certain things they can't do. And then she'd be like, "Oh well, I want to go to this game," and they'd be like, "You like it takes us weeks before we can decide if you're going to go to that game or not." So, like, the
Jeez.
breakdown of what it actually is for a president to come in town,
Trump's
like
eating
Trump would have
McDonald's.
had to decided months ago, especially with Dayton. Well, I mean, all the buildings are empty downtown, so
Yeah, but still, you have to have the security come in before him. You have
right.
to do all that again. Even though it's
Oh,
already all the security, you have to do it again.
yeah. Well, you have to do huge sweeps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
Well,
that's
I
going to be
remember.
fun though. Dayton's a very welcoming and vibrant and friendly city to be bringing all these people into. I bet they're going to get a warm welcome.
Dude, Dayton's got
As-
all the flags, man. They got all the flags.
Well, that's why they have to have them all for the United Nations. About 10 years ago, I really thought Dayton was going to take off. Like, do something, like, not be kind of like a Columbus or a Cincinnati where it has its districts and they're not empty buildings or stuff. Because the mayor who was in here, I can't remember who it was, they had made a deal with a bunch of different countries to fill the buildings with tax deduction, businesses so that they could fill the buildings and
Yeah.
employ stuff. And man, Nan Whaley, when she came into town, she nixed that idea and it plummeted. Like the whole city just
Damn.
plummeted. Everybody left. Like they weren't renovating anything. And now when you go downtown, it's freaking insurance companies and health care
Yeah.
filing agencies. You know what I mean? It's not. There's nothing downtown.
I will
That
say, Dayton, real estate wise is getting a little bit better. There's a lot of people buying up a lot of those properties that have been vacant for like 10, 15 years, and they're starting to make them look nice. And it's
Okay, so
slowly spreading out.
I'll give you that they are making them look nice, but no one's moving into them.
I would differ to that because I've been looking down there at houses because of that reason.
Yeah.
That's
Like
why I've noticed
you mean
what's
like
going on.
downtown? Like the
Like
condos and stuff?
no, okay, so say like in between like Fifth Street and Brown Street, like where UD is.
Oh,
And
yeah.
like
No,
those areas.
You can't
Those
buy
are,
there.
dude, I'm telling you, like
You
it's
can't buy there.
starting to.
All of the doctors in town are buying those houses up and turning them into $1 million properties because they all want to live by the hospital.
Probably. I mean, yeah. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying a lot of those houses aren't becoming nice. It doesn't matter who's
Yeah.
doing it.
It's doctors.
But when that stuff starts to spread out,
Yeah.
that makes those other properties more valuable, and people
Right.
are going to start buying them up. Because I've looked at a couple down there, possibly.
Yeah.
That,
No, I drive through that neighborhood that you're talking about to get to my workshop, and yeah, it's really starting to like things are moving. People are buying things. There's properties that are getting done and nicer, and
it's not just that
it's not
area
there
either.
yet. It's no, I know. If you're going to talk about housing development is definitely happening because Kettering, Centerville, Oakwood, all of us down here, we're landlocked. So there's no new development.
Oh yeah.
So and nobody wants to leave. Like we're not leaving Kettering. We love being in Kettering, so we're not leaving it. So our house, I mean, you're looking my house, I'm going to be here for 25, 30 more years, right? So they're trying to finally develop some of these areas, but the problem is they're developing them and they're making them overpriced ranged. So it's only going to be like doctors or career professionals that are going to be able to buy it.
I mean, I don't know if they're overpriced because I mean those are borderline old historical houses that are a lot of them are like
you're right.
3
They're
stories.
Yeah.
I mean, but they need a lot of work.
A lot.
Yeah. And it's not just that side. So the complete opposite side, say where if you're going toward, I'm trying to think, over the bridge from
Like Stewart Street, like the west side.
uh
If you're at the fairgrounds from UD and you're going across Stewart Street Bridge.
Yeah. And you go in that area where it gets real bad. But like you see that you see that line slowly moving every couple of years.
Yes, I will give it
pushing back.
Yeah, I will give you that. But this NATO thing's really not gonna.
Oh,
it's just
I think it's a waste of money. I think it's a waste of money. All the money that Dayton's pushing into it, like you get publicity, sure, but is that enough?
I don't think you're gonna. I don't think you're gonna recoup enough.
It's like having the winter or the Summer Olympics. Every country spends so much money on that, and they lose money all the time for hosting the Summer Olympics.
Not the city that hosts it.
Yeah.
The city that hosts it doesn't lose. I think Brazil got like $8 billion or something.
Dude, they lose money. Shit gets destroyed. People destroy shit there.
Things do get destroyed. Plus, then once they're done, they abandon everything anyway.
Everything's left there.
Right. Nobody, because it's such a high technology facility that no one can afford to upkeep it after the Olympics are gone.
Yeah, dude, they lose. Seriously, look it up. They lose money. I'm sure there's been a couple countries that probably gained some money, but usually you lose a bunch of money. And those athletes sleep on fucking benches.
Cardboard boxes this year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that China one was big,
The
or Korea,
cardboard
wherever they
beds.
were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was China, wasn't it? China.
Yeah, that was a big
It
topic about
was.
like the dismal conditions for the athletes.
Chris, last thoughts on NATO. Go for it.
I don't really have much there. I don't know. I don't really follow NATO. I've seen some gatherings, or I guess the G6 summit is what it was. It wasn't NATO, but
Eh,
just hope that it all goes well. It's Dayton is close to home. There's always the security risks when they get all these world leaders together. So in the heightened chaos of the political scene we live in now, I just hope that everything goes smooth. I guess it starts today, goes till the 26th, though. But like I said,
yeah.
I'd be curious to drive by the airport, see if they got any um, airplanes parked out there from the world leaders or whatever.
Dude, I hope they just don't startle the aliens at Right Pat.
Oh yeah,
Jesus.
that's true. There is that possibility.
All right. Moving on. Does time move too fast when we become parents?
Not fast enough.
Yes,
No,
yeah. It
just
depends on the time of day.
Chris, you're the one who brought this up. What's your perspective on does time move too fast or is it not moving fast enough?
Yeah, it almost seems like it kind of coexists simultaneously sometimes. I mean, having a 3.5-year-old who was my firstborn child, and I really noticed it with him, and then even more so after the baby was born. And I didn't know if it was just because, you have a brand new newborn to really compare like how big he's gotten, or if he just like took off growing on me, when I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, having a new baby and then having the toddler there, it really just trying to soak up what I thought was my last free days of freedom before I went back to work. And I'm like, oh, I got another week of it. But trying to soak up the end of my leave here with the kids and everything. And just,
before you go back to
reflecting
work.
on all that. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, it's just crazy. Like he went to my parents' house and stayed the night the other night, and then just talking about all his silliness and just his personality is like growing into a young boy. I feel like we're almost out of the toddler phase. But I seen this clip from Modern Family from Jay, the dad, or as we know him, Al Bundy. And he just talked about how, like, you have this chunky little baby, and then all of a sudden, like, before you know it, like, it's a toddler. And, like, before you could miss the baby that was once there and now not, like, now you're enjoying, the toddler phase. And then when they grow out the toddler phase, before you could be sad about that, then they're a young kid, and, so on and so forth. And it just like really resonated with me. It's like, man, like it's so amazing. Like, with Snapchat and social media and all that, like you get all your memories now that come on your phone. So I like always watch those. And from even a year ago, and River was like so much younger, and the girls were so much younger and littler and goofy, and just a little bit of reflection there. And it just seems like it went so fast. But then it just seems like, when Delta, she's a baby, so her digestive system, all of her body is just trying to get used to being in this world. And so we've had some long nights of her fussing and being uncomfortable with gas and like all that fun stuff. And it's just like, holy cow, is this ever going to end? A couple days feel like a couple months of that stuff when you're not getting a full night's sleep. So it's been a real interesting comparison. So yeah, some days it feels like it goes by so fast, and then other days it's just like they seem long. But Mango, how's with the first time dad scene? How's Molly's what, 4 months? How old is she now?
4.
4 months, dang. How have you noticed any big changes, or have you caught on to any of that, or am I
Yeah.
just a sap?
Well, you're a sap for sure. The biggest sap tree I know.
100%.
Yeah.
Get it from your
Uh,
dad, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, your mom was too hot to be a sap.
Yeah. Another
Um,
How
topic.
is your mom?
Another topic. She doesn't miss you.
Yes,
is
she
her
does.
number
If I
is her
walked in
number the
that door,
same?
she would freak out. She'd be like, "Oh my God, Joel!"
That's what she'd do,
Fucking
Joe.
loves me.
She'd grab her
Yeah.
tits and
Ah.
Yeah.
I remember we did something I think we had a New Year's party at your house, and we had just had Charlie.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. It was something
Okay.
like that. But anyway, go ahead, Mango.
Yeah. What we're doing, we're talking about Chris's mom. Is her number the same still?
Yep, still the same. Hit her up. She's
All
retired.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, Molly's
I've
4 months.
noticed a lot of changes. It's kind of cool and kind of sad in the same way of like, so Trisha leaves for horse things, as we have established, for shows. So she's gone for weeks at a time. Usually it's 1 week, sometimes it's 2 weeks. So this past one, for example, was when she got back, Molly was able to like, the arch thing that has toys hanging?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And
Like
it's
the
got like a
play,
key.
like the thing you lay under.
Yeah, pack and play.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pack and
yeah.
play.
Yeah. So she was able to like grab onto that stuff now and pull it down toward her.
Oh,
And I
dang.
was like, oh, that's a new thing. Like I missed that. Like I didn't
Yeah.
this is all new now. And she's like louder, more vocal.
Okay. That's what I was going to ask. Is she talking
So
more?
she is your kid.
Yeah. But like a week prior to that, she was like grabbing on things, but not like pulling, not as vocal. So it's like I see a big change, right? Because
Oh,
I
I
haven't
bet
seen her
too.
for a
Oh,
whole week.
yeah, that's a long time in baby time.
Yeah. So it's kind of cool to be like, wow, that's neat. You were not doing that a week ago, and I haven't seen you for a
Yeah.
whole week. At the same time, it's like, I missed you starting to do that. Like, I
Yeah.
didn't get to see that. So yeah, it's like it flies, but then at the same time, I'm like, man, I wanted to go a little faster because I want to hear her communicate, like talk and use your words. And
Yeah.
like, are you going to be super shy? Are you going to be,
Gonna be like your mom
you going to be
or
like your
like your
mom? Or are you
dad?
going to be like me?
Because you guys are like
He's like
polar
what if she's
opposites.
a great mix of both and in the middle? That would
That'd
be
be cool.
wicked.
A normal person? Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
like
A
a
Yeah.
normal person. Yeah.
Obnoxiously extrovert or like crazily introvert.
Girls usually follow their father.
Oh,
So
What was that joke from what is the dude's name? Andrew Schultz, where he's like, if anything ever happens, it's always the dad's fault. That's why it's called daddy issues.
nice.
It's always daddy issues, not mommy's issues. It's daddy issues. It's the dad's fault
That
every time, all the time.
that's true. You were talking
So,
about sometimes wishing things could speed up, and it reminded me of that movie with Adam Sandler, that Click,
oh
and
yeah,
kind of fast forwards through everything. I've never actually seen the whole movie, but I've seen lots of clips
oh
and seen
wow,
it
you
on
got to watch
TV.
that movie. It's a good movie.
Yeah,
yeah.
it
Any of
seems
his
like it.
newer
But
ones, skip that
Yeah.
shit.
yeah, right. But yeah, what about you, Joel? Like you've got a nice array of children, and
So
how's it feel?
one, I can't remember where I heard this or who I heard it from, but one person explained it to me like, so we're of a certain age, right? Where I'm 40, you guys are in your 30s.
Holy shit! What?
Yeah.
This
Anyway,
is news. This is
so
news
it's
to me.
like, so we've lived 40 years at that many days, right?
You live 40.
Yeah. So you have to think about it. How many years have they lived, or how many days have they lived in their perspective on how time goes? So in our mind, these moments go so fast because we've had so many of them, right?
Oh yeah.
We've had so many years of go, so days just don't even matter anymore because you're just like, oh, well, I've seen it this way, I've seen it that way. And then they're like, they think that it's the end of the world because, you know, Riley's 8 and that's 8 years. And if you look at the difference between how many years she's lived compared to how many everything is world ending. Like it's
Yeah,
all, you know what I mean? It's all like the worst thing ever or the best thing ever or a fond memory or and everybody gets all excited when like your kid has these milestones or when they bring up like a memory from like 2 years ago and you're like, I don't remember 2 years ago. How the hell do you remember 2 years ago? Well, 2 years ago for Riley is a quarter of her life. So it's like it's so wicked for like the way to like deal with kids that way in milestone moments because in my perspective, I'm ready for the big moments where I don't have to do anything and we can like really enjoy stuff. Like the milestone moments don't mean shit to me anymore. Like I
Well,
can't
yeah,
even remember I can't even remember what it felt like to watch the kids like roll over or walk. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Cuz it's been it doesn't to me it doesn't seem like it was as important as it is now going
yeah.
on. So like we're
I,
just the different milestones that we have now is like Wesley did testing at school and his scores are astronomical in math. So
nice.
it's like to see their like educational moments
Yeah.
is really cool
Or
to me.
hitting 13, being officially a teenager.
Well, she hasn't yet. She just turned 12. She'll be 13
Okay.
this year. Yeah, she'll be
Yeah.
yeah. So, yeah, but she's 12 and she'll be 30 at the end of the year, so it doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
It's a little rough though, I tell you, having the girls being older and then having that little gap and everything. Like we
Oh, I
were
bet.
just got Meadow into full-time school and we would have had, the days free to go, do whatever we wanted with no kids.
Yeah,
And
you're
then,
starting
you know,
over.
then we pop out River and then we're like, okay. And then, River and Delta are a little closer in age, which is nice. But yeah, it's like I definitely think about those like where you're at in life where the kids are kind of self-sustaining, they can take care of each
Yeah.
other. Yeah, the bigger, the moments kind of maybe more spaced out and just of a
I
different
mean, you
nature
still
and
have those
everything.
moments, like when you teach your kid how to ride a bike.
Yeah. But but for
Oh, I see what
me,
you're doing. You're
uh,
putting all this stuff off so you can do it when they're older. Be like, look at these milestones we did when you were
yeah.
15.
Right?
But I feel like maybe that's one like advantage of being like the step parent and stuff is like having the girls. Like I miss all the milestones, that we're talking about
Sure.
with me and Mango and the babies and all that. I missed all that with them. And so, but like I got to watch them grow up kind of in the midpoint between where we're at and where you're at. And, it definitely learned to not take that for granted. And so like when it was my time to have my own kids and start that from day one, I feel like I was like kind of more, my head was more in the game to appreciate that. Where I don't know if you feel like how you feel about it, Mango, but like I can only imagine like not having any kids and starting out fresh, like you don't know what to look for, you don't know what to expect, and it's until you go through it once or twice maybe that
Oh yeah,
or
that's kind of
you're at
crazy.
Joel's point. Yeah,
I
you're at
think
I
Joel's
did.
point and you kind of like look back and like, oh, I wish I would have paid more attention to that. Not saying that's how you feel, but like I could see myself kind of being in that position where, damn, and Brittany does it as a mom. Like she's like, yeah, I either the technology wasn't there for certain things or the
the
cameras
what?
weren't there.
The technology?
Shut the fuck
The
up.
forbidden word. It's a whole different era to be raising kids in now versus when you were having your first one, Charlie. So it's yeah,
It
definitely
really is. And you
yeah.
wouldn't think that like because when can you remember the first time you got a cell phone? I want to say
We already talked about this.
I know we did, but I don't remember. I'm old. Like
Take your vitamins.
the first time we got a cell phone for us, I feel like technology hasn't really. I'm sorry, Mango. I didn't mean to do that.
Banned.
I feel like it hasn't really changed much. But if you go back and you think about the time that Charlie was born 12 years ago to the way that kids now use it, it's just like
Mhm.
it's such a different evolution of it because we had you still get those dumb little punch toys that play music and stuff and all of that, and then with your guys' kids, my god, I don't even know what's going to be out there, right?
Yeah.
Chris,
Yeah.
I
Well,
didn't
yeah.
even think about you not having that perspective of like you went in and then boom, there's kids. You never
Yeah.
had that break or
Yeah.
that new exciting feeling between both of you. It was
Yeah. Which I
you.
mean,
I mean, you had the other thing where it's like, oh, I don't need to freak out. She already knows what she's doing.
yeah, that was
So
a
you
great
have that.
advantage. That was a great
But I
advantage.
never thought about you not having that perspective, I guess, of going in blind. Like,
Yeah, and seeing everything for the first time new.
yeah,
And
that's
How
yeah,
old
I
were
mean,
interesting.
how old were the girls when you guys got together?
2 and 6.
Oh
So
well,
Meadow was,
yeah.
but she was like, I think she was almost potty trained. Like I only changed a couple diapers, and and then Harper, she was
Change
like, she was a little
diapers.
independent, strong 6-year-old. So, but yeah, no. I mean, Meta was my baby for about a year until she was.
But
I carried her everywhere and all that.
I do
Well-
remember when you said it, when you said that she was a 6-year-old, like, sustainable kid. I do remember the fact that when Charlie, well, let's see, she would have been 6 when Wesley was born. 6, 4, no,
Jeez,
she would have been 4. She would have been
Okay.
4 when Wesley was born. Dude, it's
It's
Wesley's
good.
good at math, not Joel.
yeah, no, I'm good at math. I just, with kids' ages and their names.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
ever
I can
think you
imagine.
would forget their names?
True.
I go through every name in this house before I get it right on the kid.
Yeah.
And it's not because I'm not it's just you just a big mix of everybody in the house, and you're like, hey, come here.
I've called him the dog's
Right.
name a few times.
But I do remember the fact that how grown up Charlie seemed at 4 when we had Riley. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like Charlie was potty trained or close to potty trained, and she could walk and kind of just do her own stuff. And then you have Wesley, who was 2 and kind of doing kind of things, but you always had to watch him. And then you have this new baby, and you're trying to work through all 3 stages of that. And that I do remember that being a whole lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is with the 3-year-old and a baby. It's going to be interesting if I actually do go back. It's all hypothetical at this
Well,
point. If I go back to work,
how old are the girls now?
9 and 13.
Yeah. So you have such a different perspective than me, because you have kids that are going to help with their little brother and sister that are way more advanced at everything.
Yeah, yeah,
Or
yeah.
they're
And then
just gonna want to go hang out with their friends and leave.
yeah,
I
and I feel like
don't know.
I feel like it's a
doubt
good
it.
mix. It's a little bit of that. I mean, Harper likes to go to the rec every day after school, so she's got her friend time. But on her dad's side, he's got 3 young kids too. They're in between, like they're like right around River's age, give or take. They had them kind of close together, so they're like maybe 5, 4, and 2 or something like that. But yeah, so she's when she goes over there and stuff, she's got a lot of babies over there to hang out
Man,
with.
so
So
your
she's
girls have 5 half siblings.
yeah, yep,
Damn.
yep, yeah,
You
yeah.
guys didn't take a break from either side. Didn't take a break, did they? Fuck.
Nope.
Uh,
So yeah, yep. But yeah, no. So she's great with the babies and all that, and like, cause I don't really get to see that side when she's over there. To how much I don't see it till she comes home, and then how good she is with the babies with River. When he's not annoying them. He's getting at that point now. They're just like kind of tired of him, and he just knows what their buttons are to push, and he's learning what they do to annoy him, and he learns how to give it right back.
wait till he gets 10.
Oh, I can
And
only imagine.
well, because let's see, Meadows, how old? 9? Is that what you
9.
said?
Yep. Yep.
So and how old's River?
3.5.
3.5. So
Yep.
yeah, when he gets 10 and she's like 17, and dude, Wesley and Charlie right now they can't get along no matter what happens. Like they
Dang.
just are at each other all like, and one of them could start out being nice, and it automatically turns into both of them being assholes.
Yeah, I've noticed that with the girls.
Yeah, and you're like, Jesus, come on,
It's like
really?
it's like, dude, she was actually being nice. Like, why'd you go and ruin it and be an
Right.
asshole back and
Yeah.
be
And then
sarcastic?
Wesley will go up to Charlie and say, "Hey, can you do this?" And she'll just snap. And you're like, "Dude, what is wrong
Why
with
don't you
two?"
do it?
Yeah,
And
right.
you know what's crazy? So that means River, when he goes to school, gets in like junior high school,
Mm-hmm.
he could possibly date his older sister's dad's kids because they'd be
Oh.
around the same age.
Yeah,
How
they
weird
would.
would
Luckily,
that be?
as far as right now, they live in Springfield. I don't know if they're going to stay there, but
Okay.
yeah, that helps.
I thought they were still around you guys.
Hey, we are bordering Kentucky. It's a possibility.
I mean, they're not. They wouldn't be related.
True. That would just be weird. Troy's got some more interesting
Well, I remember when I
things
was
in
in
that.
school. I was in school. One of the guys that I was
Dating.
in the same. No, it wasn't. No, not at that time.
It was just a fling.
He was dating his stepsister, and they were both in the same grade.
Some Joe Dirt shit.
Yeah, but I mean,
I
it's a stepsister. Hell,
right?
Yeah,
it doesn't mean anything. You just
I've,
live in the
I've,
same.
yeah.
Go
I've
to
seen
your
some stuff where
rooms. You bring out the hose like two dogs.
yeah. I've seen where step siblings have gotten married, like, but they were like dating, and then their parents were divorced and started dating
Yeah,
each other,
yeah,
or
yeah.
or it was what it was. But there was like, yeah. Anyhow, either way, it's weird. Any way you spin it, but like,
It
I
is
could see
weird,
some
man.
of the cases that seems justifiable. I know some people in Troy that they have aunts and uncles that are older than them. They go to school with aunts and uncles and stuff,
Oh yeah.
or I
Uh-huh.
guess younger than them. Sorry.
Younger than them. That
Yeah.
happens everywhere. Yeah,
Yeah.
because you have like a new family and
Yeah,
they
especially with
end
the
up,
blended family these
yeah,
days,
blended
starting
fame.
over.
So it kind of just happens
Yeah.
anyway.
Well,
Never
it's like
makes it
I,
that.
less entertaining though to hear. Like they're
yeah,
younger and
right.
you're calling them uncle.
Yeah. I like that clip that you showed us about the like Al Bundy. I love that we
Hmm.
call him Al Bundy. Um, talking about how you do things for the last time that you don't realize how you
Oh
do
yeah,
for the
last time
last
you like
time.
pick up your kid.
Yeah, and like
Pick up
I
Chris's mom.
we have pick up Chris. I'm gonna call your mom later.
All right, tell her I
Um,
said hi.
uh, I think those are moments that are way later in life than any of us are at. You know what I mean? Because like
Well, like
Charlie, she jumps on me. She's 12, and I have to
yeah,
carry her around, or I'll be messing with her, and I
yeah.
mean, hell, as long as I'm strong enough, I'll probably try to pick her up, by at her
What about
wedding
like
or something.
Rivers? I put him. One of us put him to bed every night. Still, it's like with the girls, they
Oh my
put
god,
themselves to bed.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if my kids don't learn how to sleep in their own beds soon, I'm leaving.
I
When
know I was.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead. I was gonna say I know I was like 8 or 9 maybe, and my parents still put us to bed. I don't know when that stopped. I think it was like maybe when I was 10 when we moved to
So
the
when
new
you say
house.
put you to bed, what do you? They were in there. They read you a story. They closed the door. They left.
Yeah, yeah. Come in, say goodnight.
I play bed roulette every night. I lay down with one of them. They fall asleep. I go in there. One's still awake. Sarah's out cold. She has no idea what's going on. She says, "You got to lay
Nice.
with me." Like last night. Well, actually, the past 2 nights, I've slept with Charlie in her room because
Yeah.
I don't know I don't know what's going on with her. She kind of had a little revert back to because she's been sleeping in her own room. But I'll tell you what happened. Cell phones, technology is what happened.
Yeah.
Banned.
That,
Quit.
that could be.
Uh-huh. So we let her get Instagram and we
uh,
monitor it, right?
yeah.
But she's watching true crime reels.
Oh.
And I'm like, Charlie, like,
you
what?
played yourself, kid.
You can't do that. So
Yeah.
she kind of like in the middle of the night, she's like, I feel like someone's gonna break into this house. I'm like, oh my god, you're a
Harper's
psycho.
been doing that. She'll watch Scream.
Yeah.
The
Oh
new
yeah,
the
that's
new
a
one,
great one. Yeah.
Scream
You should watch
16
So
or whatever
Chainsaw
it's out.
Massacre.
yeah, there
Fuck
you
that
go.
one.
That
So last night, Wesley's asleep. I go into my room. It's 10:30. Charlie's asleep in my room, and I said, Charlie, what are you doing? She's like, well, okay, I'm awake now. Will you lay with me in my room? And I'm like, yeah, whatever. So we went and laid down in her room, and I went, screw it, and I just went to sleep. Because I
yeah.
usually wait, I wake up through the night. I woke up, it was 4:55 this morning, and I'm like, I don't even care. I got
Yeah.
to sleep. I don't even care.
Dang, that's bad. I don't have it that bad, but yeah, River will get up
Yeah.
about midnight or 1 or 2. He'll come in. I'll let him lay down, make sure he's sleepy still, and fall back asleep in my bed. And then I'll get up and take him back to his bed, and he'll lay down and go to sleep fine. But
Uh,
dude, the other night he was like wide awake, and he's like, "I want a snack. I'm hungry." He didn't eat his dinner, so I'm like, "All right." So I got him like a granola bar and some what we call pink milk, strawberry milk, and he was up for like damn near 2 hours, and finally, like he's got a bunk bed all to himself, but it's a bunk bed, and so if he sleeps on the top, and I stand there and wait for him to fall asleep. I usually have to lay my head down and like act like I'm falling asleep, but like if I'm tired, I'm like, hey dude, if you want me to stay in here, you got to come down to the bottom bunk, and I'll lay with you. And then that's when I pass out. And then Brittany knows once I start snoring that, okay, he's out. They're both out. So she'll come in and wake
Right.
me up because she'll text me and, are you up? You okay? And obviously I
Right.
don't respond. So then she comes in and kicks me in the leg, like, come on. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Why are you
So,
waking me up? Just leave me there.
yeah,
Jesus,
I know.
just
I'm like,
sleep.
dude. Yeah. She does it so
Sarah,
aggressively at night when I snore. I'm like, I get
This
pissed. I'm
is
like, why
this
are
is a
you
dad
gonna fight?
podcast, not about how your wives are mean. Let me tell you about my wife. I would fall. Sometimes she would like take all the kids would go in her room and I'd be like, listen, I had a long day. I just can't deal with the kids tonight. Like, let them fall asleep in your bed because you want to go to bed at 8:30. Let them fall asleep in bed with you, and all be in her bed, and I'll come down here on the couch, right? And I will get comfortable. I'll finally relax. I'll fall asleep, and she will come downstairs and wake me up.
Oh.
And I'm like, I swear to God, like, why can't you just leave me to sleep? Now, I can't sleep on the couch anymore. I was falling asleep on the couch there for a while because I just needed to relax, but I can't do it anymore.
Got a bad hip.
Yeah, my old bones.
Yeah.
I can't sleep on the couch anymore. But it's like, why would you come in and so aggressively wake me up?
Oh,
And it was always at
Lord.
like 1 o'clock, you know what I mean? And you're like, shh, I was sleeping so well, and now I'm wide
Yeah.
awake. You don't fall asleep till like 2:30. Yeah.
And then you got to take that walk to your room, and it's like,
Then you
I
gotta
just
take that walk
walked,
to your
and
room,
now
and you
Now I
have
gotta
to,
pee.
and you
Now I
gotta
need
pee.
water.
Yep.
Now I'm up. Might as well watch a show.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Let's
have no
TikTok.
problem falling right back to sleep. I'll
Get
fall
on
right back to
TikTok.
sleep.
You never have. You sleep better than anyone I've ever met in my life.
Yeah, Trisha hates it.
Yeah.
And they try to give you a CPAP machine.
I had one. Doctor's
Yeah.
like, you can use it, but you don't need it. I was like, all right, I don't want
Why
to
did
use
they
it
give
then.
you one in the first place if you didn't need it?
So when I went to Schneider and worked for my first CDL job for trucking,
Yeah.
you have to do a bunch of health shit. So you have to go get weighed. This is such a scam. You have to go get weighed for your physical and everything.
Right.
The cutoff was if you were 230 and under, you're good. You don't have to go do a sleep test or anything. Over 230, you gotta go do a sleep test. So you get two measurements, one in one room, then 20 minutes later you go do it in another room. So the one room I measured, I was 230. Good to go, sweet. Go do the rest of the physical with the doctor, get on that scale, 231. And they're like,
Oh.
you got to go do a sleep study. I was like, what? Over there, I'm good. She's like, yeah, sorry. This is what I'm reading. Whatever. So when I came back to Ohio, I had to go do the sleep study. They put this thing on your arm, it goes around your fingers. You got to sleep with it at home. And the people who do this are just nurses. And you take it back, they literally just take the card out, print it off, read it, and they're like, oh, yep, you have sleep apnea. It's like, you didn't show a doctor or anything. Like, I get it, you're a nurse. That's great. But the
Right.
doctor didn't go over this. And like, oh, it's a standard thing, blah, blah, blah. It's a scam. It's a health insurance scam.
Sure.
So, because my work paid for all this, they paid
Right.
for the
Damn.
CPAP machine, they
That's why
paid
they
for the
put a weight
test,
restriction
everything.
on it.
And so they give me the machine, it's paid for, and now that machine monitors your sleep. So it used to be if you are required to use a CPAP, it records whether or not you're using it at night. And if you're not using it at all, you'll get shut down for work and you can't work because you're
Damn.
not using it. I don't think it's that way anymore. I think the laws have changed. So I was getting in trouble for not using it. Dude, it's hard to sleep with something that's on your face.
Right.
Not to say I didn't have a couple nights where I was like,
I mean, it's
wow,
not
this is
really that
awesome.
hard. That's how I got 3 kids.
So I took the sheet to my mom's doctor and I was like, hey, well, first I went to her nurse. I said, hey, I'm reading this. Am I reading this right? That like I don't need a CPAP machine? She's like, I can't tell you, but if I were to read that and if it looked like that, I would say no. I'm like, oh, cool, thanks. So then I went to the doctor. Doctor's looking at me. He's like, Yeah, you don't need it. He's like, if you want to use it, use it. It doesn't hurt. You don't need it. And I had him sign a paper, pay a deductible of like $25 or whatever at the time.
Sure.
Send it to work and say, hey, I don't need this. I kept telling you guys this. And dude, they were mad. Because for
Yeah,
like
because
2
you
months.
overwrote their insurance
Yeah.
scam.
Yeah, because I sat there and told them for like 2 months straight, like, I don't even have to use this. Did you guys read this? Like, well, the doctors, no, the nurses signed off on that.
Right.
Nothing against them, but it's a scam.
I like how you
So,
keep trying to be nice about the nurses. Like you're
well, it's
not
not that they
dogging
don't.
them.
Yeah, it's not like
I know, but you
they're
don't have
just
to
doing what they're
state it
supposed to
every
do.
time. God bless their hearts, but
Well, Southern FU.
Bless their hearts.
So yeah, I mean, and I know it was the same for the pilot industry too at some point.
Yeah, we have the fatigue calls we can use now, and we can't get in trouble.
Yeah.
And we have.
Well, I mean, the CPAT thing was the exact same. They
Oh,
would
was it? Yeah.
used to monitor.
Chris, you wouldn't know that. You've never weighed more than 120 pounds.
Yeah, and
I'm
you wouldn't went to
steady
work for like a
155.
month out of 5 years.
That's
You're
true.
155. Would you just eat
Yeah.
dinner?
I've been that for like 10 years. I
155.
was 145 when we hung out after high school and
The
stuff.
hell you were.
I was.
Jeez.
That's still scrawny as hell.
It is. 145 is small. I think Charlie weighs 115 pounds.
Damn.
Yeah, but Charlie's tall, man.
That's what I thought.
She's 12 and she's 5'4" already.
Jeez.
I don't even know how tall a kid's supposed to be.
Yeah, I know.
I don't eat. I'm terrible with ages and grades because people will be like, "Oh, they're 12, so they're in like 6th grade," and I'm like, "But how'd you get there?" Or they'll be like, 8. Oh, so she's like a 2nd grader. I'm like, what? Wait, what? What?
This is how I do this. So 5
I
years
asked
old,
them.
I'm like, that's kindergarten because I
Yep.
remember being 5 and in kindergarten. And then the next milestone that I can remember, and this is how I do it, is 12 and 13, 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade.
So bomb threats on a payphone.
7, no, that's a different milestone. Junior high milestone was touch my first boobs. That's
Oh,
that's the
nice.
milestone.
I know we had this conversation. I was trying to think about it. I think it was junior high.
What?
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, the milestone. That
Which
was like
I keep having this fight with Sarah because so down here technically Charlie's in middle school, okay?
Yeah,
Because they do
grade is-
6th, 7th, and 8th. I agree with you.
okay.
Sixth grade is not middle school, but down here 6th grade is middle school. And so my brother-in-law is a very distinguished teacher down here.
Fancy.
He's no, he is like he's a month away from his doctorate.
You guys go have high tea together?
No, we go drink
Hmm.
Corona Ritas at the Mexican restaurant. He is part of the admin staff. The principal's a good friend of his, and the resource officer, she is married to Sarah's cousin. So like we're pretty informed on what's going on in the school. And what goes on in middle school is not what I remember happening in middle school. Like sexual wise and drug wise, it's amazing.
Yeah, I feel like
what happens at 12. But then we were sitting there talking about it and I'm like, well, I guess I did touch a boob in junior high.
touch a boob.
Dude, I
We
remember
had a
taking
girl-
paper and throwing down cleavage and stuff, and
Nice.
Yeah, I guess.
We had a
drinking
7th
I
grader.
drank for the first time in junior high.
I
We had
didn't.
a 7th grader pregnant when I was in 7th grade. There was a girl pregnant. She had 4 kids by the time we graduated, but yeah, she had her first one in 7th grade.
Yeah,
So it was
no,
going
she
on,
did.
but
She had
like
4 kids by the time you graduated.
yeah. But she I mean, I feel like so obviously it was happening, but I don't really feel like it was a common thing, and not
Right,
everybody,
that's where
hardly
I'm at.
anybody was doing
I think because we're so connected in the circle of hereabouts that it makes it feel like it's happening all the time. And I try to explain this to Sarah all the time. Because of technology, I did that one on purpose.
Banned.
Because of social media, you hear about the 50,000 more murders that happen, right? And you go, 50,000
Yeah.
murders? And statistically, 50,000 murders is not a lot. It's actually
But
safe, right?
now we hear about it.
But because you hear about it, you feel like it happens all the time.
Yeah.
And so now we're all frantic about having the talks and those moments with your kid. Is you're like, I have to explain this to them, but realistically, you're right. It doesn't happen like that. And I don't remember junior high definitely being like. I mean, I kissed a girl and hung out and went to rec dances and danced, but
Yeah.
Some finger banging going on.
No, not. I don't think 10th grade, 9th grade. It would have been 9th grade. I dated the same girl from 7th grade, 7th grade, 7th or 8th grade until 10th grade.
Damn. You're like a little Mormon.
Yeah, we were together for a long time. Yeah, that was the first girl I did anything with. But it was like
who's the first dude? Who's the first guy you did anything with?
You remember Mango?
You were there.
It was me.
Actually, it was Chris. He jumped naked over a fence of my ex-girlfriend's house.
That did happen.
That did happen.
That's crazy.
All right,
Good
guys.
times.
Wrap it up. Final words, Joel.
I don't. Moments are moments, and enjoy the hell out of them. It doesn't matter if it's going to be your last one or your first, because there's always going to be a last one. There's always going to be a first one. As the kids keep going, you're gonna fall into new stuff. You're gonna think about old stuff and create new memories. It's as much as I joke about getting rid of my kids or doing anything, with my kids, man, I wouldn't change it for the world. My family life is very. I love my family life and all the moments in it. My kids are great. My wife's great. They drive me nuts, but I wouldn't change it for anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember, life moves so fast. You might not remember the last time you picked your kid up.
Right.
I was waiting for Chris to say it, but he didn't do
it. I'm gonna go pick them up and put them in their own beds here in a minute.
I was being sappy about it because that was like the comedic part at the end, but like I don't even remember that part of the video. I was like,
the whole fucking thing.
No, to me the whole thing was like the baby not having rolls anymore and being a toddler, and it's like, when did you show up? Because like you were just this chubby baby, and then now you're this toddler, but you amaze me with the curiosity and the questions. And I know we talked about it before in person about how like Rivers watching a show and just the way he names people, like the nurses, he called them the keepers and stuff. It was just amazing, like how his mind works. I'm like, that's so obvious,
Wait, the fun moment is when they start adding ed and s's onto everything. It's hilarious. That's a fun moment for me at the moment because Riley, she, everything is. I can't think of a specific word at the moment, but everything has an ed or an s, and you're like, that's not how you say that. That's not how that works.
I love it. Yeah, I don't correct them. I just like go with their version.
Yeah, I don't. Like, sometimes I do just because you're like, that's not going to work at the moment. But most of the time, it's fun.
Yeah, that was a good epiphany. Like, Mango, I didn't even realize that about myself until you called me out on like not having that moment of the firstborn and just becoming a parent. Like, it's kind of not dampened. That's like a negative, but like, mellowed out a little bit with the stepkids and everything. So to have that like full on like welcome to parenthood moment and everything.
You pointed it out. Maybe you didn't realize it. I just brought it to the forefront.
Yeah. I didn't even think of it like that. But yeah, the way you pointed that out was like, oh shit, like yeah, I guess not. But I mean, I guess I did see it in the way, but I was like in the context of like this is a great thing because now I'm prepared. But I didn't think about like the other side where you don't have that like that official, like, boom, I'm here, I'm a dad moment, because
Yeah.
at first I was just, mom's friend, and then, we were friends.
Were
I
And,
became I went from uncle to
were you Uncle
dad.
Chris? Yeah, Uncle Chris.
we're just outside of like the 100-mile mark from Kentucky, so it's not okay where I live. But no, the first time I hung out with her and met the girls, like we'd been dating a month or two, and we met at the park and everything. And Harper, the oldest, she was 6, and she's like, I forget, like if she said I like you or something. She's like, can we be friends? Can we come hang out again? And I was like, yeah, of course
Then
we
she went to
can.
school and said, Uncle Chris got me ice cream at the park.
Yeah. Oh, I remember I was already living with Brittany at this point. So, but I remember when Harper was just sitting there one day eating ice cream or something. She's like, hey, remember when you just said you were friends? And like we were like engaged or something. Like she just caught on to it. That
Banging
was
your
pretty.
mom.
We'll,
Yeah. I've
we'll
been
have
stealing
to
your Capri Suns for a while now, kid.
we'll have to
Oh,
dive in that
yeah.
story another time. That's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
good one.
that'd be fun.
All right, guys.
It means we'll be back for more later.
Thanks for sticking around. We definitely appreciate it. You can email us at heydadhd@aol.com. You can also find us on X at heydad. Yeah, you can leave a comment on Spotify. You can reach us at any of those, and we will read them on here. You can call us dumb, stupid, fuck boys. I don't even know what that is really. It just came to mind. I heard it recently.
I don't think fuck boys
You
applies
not.
to this.
My wife will not. She would not sign off on that. So
Yeah.
disregard that last one. We are not.
Fucking retards. You can call
Yeah,
us
there
whatever
you
you
go.
want. You can also say we're awesome. We like that.
I like
With
to
that
think
being
so.
said, Jewel, how's TikTok going?
Check back next week.
I froze. Did it work? Oh. I'm sorry. I'm awful.
We know.
We can edit
Okay.
in a release date in the post editing.
Chris gave you an assignment. You failed.
I did. Yeah.
Womp womp.
Womp womp. Hey,
Where's
we
it at?
passed our inspection with the pool. I have a little bit of time. It doesn't play. You can't
I
do
know.
that.
You heard it. You know.
No
You know
sound
you
effects
suck.
here.
I heard it. I suck.
All right. Joel said he'll have it up next week. We'll find out.
Come back
If
and see
not-
if he succeeds.
Yeah. If not, I'll give you his personal number. You guys can text him.
That would be hilarious. We're not going to do that, but I want to answer it.
8675309.
8675309.
It's 937-867-5309.
Correct.
Okay,
yes,
my
that
bad.
is- yeah,
Yep.
that's it.
Gotta get that
That
area
is my
code in
phone
there.
number.
1
See,
if you're
look,
dialing international.
Look, we can end it on this. Look, it's first night of summer vacation, and my kids are playing on the stairs, and it's 10 o'clock at night.
Nice. Oh, this is just
Yeah.
early in the night.
Yeah.
Wait till 2 a.m.
No,
All right, well, good luck with that, Joel.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.
Later.
See you guys.
Bye.
Dude.
My dad said I had to